Here we introduce common log and natural log. We already know what log base b is, right? Log base b of x for any b. And the idea of common log and natural log give two very commonly used bases, b, so we don't have to keep writing all these different bases. Really, you only use two bases when you're dealing with logarithms. So common log is base 10. Okay, common log b equals 10. All right, and the deal is, you see this so often that rather than writing log base 10 of x, you just drop the 10 altogether and write log of x. Okay, so anytime you just see log of x, there's a hidden 10 down here, right? But we don't write it because it's just so common. Similarly, we have the natural log, which uses the number e. E is one of these very special numbers in nature. It's about 2.7182818459045, on and on and on. Right? You could keep doing this. It's like pi, right? It keeps going forever. It doesn't fall into any repeatable pattern. It's an irrational number, and it shows up all over the place in nature. It's a lot newer than pi. Historically, it was discovered much later. Some people call it Euler's number, E-U-L-E-R-S, Euler. But it's one of these numbers that just pops up all over the place, both in mathematics and in nature. And we like to use log base e so much that we have a special notation for it. Log base e of x, we use ln of x, and we call that natural log. So this will be natural log. Natural log, and this is where the base is e. The number e, right? So e, yes, it's a letter, but it's not a variable. It's a number like pi. Which number? Well, it's that number. You define it more precisely in calculus repeatedly and in different ways. For now, just kind of take it as a number. A lot of people just use about 2.7 for it. But yeah, natural log. Now, why isn't this called NL instead of LN? Well, this comes from the Latin term logarithmus naturalis, right? Logarithmus naturalis, LN. But of course, now we just say natural log. So maybe it'd be better to write it in L, but we don't do that. We still use the Latin way of writing it. We use ln. One thing that's important to note, this is not in. This is not saying in x, in. For some reason, a lot of students, when they start working with natural log, somehow at least a handful of them start writing it as in x, like we're saying somehow in x, as opposed to out of x. It is not in x. This is the letter L, as in lollipop, as in logarithmus naturalis, natural log of x. The thing is, we really only need natural log and common log, because with the change of base formula, we can change any other log base 5 of x or log base 22 of x into either log or natural log. Take your pick. So once you get the change of base formula, you'll see why we really only use log and natural log, and why our calculators only have keys for log and natural log instead of keys for every single log base 7, log base 2, all of those.